Well, here's an update on the work that I'm doing on the reception desk. Once again, I put it back into a dry fit because I need to have the exact measurement that between here and here, because that panel there is part of the visual effect. So you can see that it's basically coming along. I've done one piece. It's actually a pedestal table, one pedestal, but then it will be infilled to create a particular style, which you can see here. I know the light is not terribly good, and some of that is not painted. I did that little paint finish just to have a look and see if I'm on the right track, which I am. So all of this will be coming down. It will all be sanded and a better finish. See, but I painted it in matte black because that is particularly good when you're doing dry brush paint finishes. I didn't. You can see that I've filled, haven't sanded, and that is how that will look. Yesterday I came in and I put all of the footing, the baseboard in. And of course this has a lot of finish work that has to be done. There'll be a top plate for this to finish it nicely, and on the bottom too. And of course it will have the small plastic feet that will go onto the finished piece. What can I show you? See this? So if you imagine that this is the finished look on the bottom, probably I will use a thicker piece of plywood there for the bottom, and then after that the feet will go on there, which will keep it off the ground and damaging the tile work that we have over in the resort. So kind of just a look and see. I try to vary the areas that I work on. So now this is actually this is the piece that these are not fixed. These are just put up there just to see how that looks, how it's working out. This will not be seen as dominant a piece as this. It will have a piece going in which covers probably 50% of those pieces, and the same kind of effect will be as on this look. That will be painted flat black to start with. You can see here you've got a piece. This is an offcut, and I just painted that in flat black. So that will be going underneath and filling that piece, that gap. And I wanted to just see if that, well, first of all I have to dry fit that anyway, because that piece standing up there is going to be cut so it will fit in here. But I wanted to see last night if the adhesive that I have will be good for sticking this to the wood. And that's a wood adhesive. I noticed when the guys fitted this in the resort that they used a tube of adhesive, which was more like silicone, and that was a tube adhesive, and probably much stronger than this for different materials. This actually was white glue for those interested. See, and I use that to do that test piece, and I think that will work out very well, so I'll use that on here. You can see that this is a composite plastic of some kind. This is for indoor. We have a bigger sort of a greater thickness than this that we're going to use on the outside, which is definitely made for exterior use. So obviously it has a higher resistance to water if it's on the outside. Looks pretty similar to this. But anyway, this, I'll use this with the white glue, and it all goes together. It's not what you would call a structural thing anyway. It's not dependent for its, nothing else is dependent for this for strength. So this is purely decorative, and it fits exactly under there, sitting on this part here, of course. So that's my little update. Lots to do. There's a centerpiece that goes on there, flying eagle, or a stylized Art Deco type of thing against what will be that circle in a bright color. So all of this very, very dark at the moment, but that's not how it will look when it's finished. So when you're showed, bear in mind when you're showed work in progress pictures, that there's so much more to go. I mean, if you look at this, you'll see how much more there is even to take it to this stage. So that's my little look at the reception desk. Not of interest to a great number of people, but it will be a very stylish piece when it's finished. A couple of weeks work to do on that, I think. So thanks for sharing, thanks for subscribing. Our subscribership is going up leaps and bounds at the moment, so we're very grateful for that. We seem to have been found again. But if you are making comments and your comments are not appearing, please don't blame Beth and I, because we always love to see the comments and they're simply not being shown, is our feeling. So what can we do? Eventually we'll just wait it out, and we've tried talking to YouTube. Not an easy thing, very difficult to get a person something with a pulse. Just doesn't seem to be available. So what can we do? We can't. At one time we were blocked on having comments of any kind for something like 2 years. Those of us who tried to find fault thought that it was Beth and I refusing to take comments, which was not true. We're very happy to take the comments, but YouTube is the final arbiter. In fact, even now, it will say the most relevant comments. Now, who is the judge of what is relevant and what is not? I'd like to think that if the comments are being made about our video, then it should be us that make that judgment, but apparently it's not. So, these are the trials and tribulations of someone running a site on YouTube. They seem to be improving a little, certainly, on whether what we say is censored, but of course they've always got the thing to fall back on of community guidelines, which can mean anything, believe me. Okay, bye for now.